Greetings everyone and welcome to Coffee Black, where the Voyager adventures continue on YouTube. I'm your host, Captain G, and this is the channel where you get your refill of everything Star Trek Voyager related, from trivia, news, reviews, and more. So before I talk about today's topic, I'd like to encourage new viewers to subscribe to the channel, also check us out on X, formerly known as Twitter, and visit our Facebook page for more Voyager content. So late last February, Master Replicas had a special Q&A with Picard producer Terry Matlas. This Q&A was exclusive to Master Replica Club members, but details have finally come to light revealing some awesome behind-the-scenes knowledge related to Voyager cameos that almost happened in Picard's third season. Terry Matlas said, and I quote, "There was an episode once the Titan was on the run, it needed to hide. And so we had this idea of Seven bringing them to a sort of space Tortuga, like space dock for pirates where the Fenris Rangers were. And she gets help from an older Naomi Wildman, who had also followed in her footsteps as a Fenris Ranger and was a badass. But Seven realizes she sort of created a monster because Naomi had become harder than she was. And so it was a Seven Naomi story. We broke the story and we reached out to the actors who played Naomi, Scarlett Palmer's, but it just didn't feel... If you had 13 episodes, you were doing this for sure. But if you had 10, you're like, I need to get to LeVar, it's time to get there. The main plot of Season 3 led up to the Federation's Frontier Day celebration, with Starfleet assembled for one big event in Episode 9. That episode also featured the return of Elizabeth Shelby, played by Elizabeth Dennehy, from TNG. But Matlas revealed the original plan was something even more ambitious. He says, and I quote, "Harry Kim appeared as the captain of the Voyager B in the first draft of Frontier Day, but Prodigy was telling a lot of Voyager stories, and we didn't know if Harry was going to appear, and we didn't want to step on their toes. But yeah, for me, I would have had as many as we could get. I would have made that Star Trek Avengers Endgame. I would have made Frontier Day with many ships. I would have had Kira and Nerys from Deep Space Nine there, even if all you get is the bridge shot. But all of that is very expensive, and we were already way too ambitious." So in the final episode, they even considered reuniting Seven of Nine with Admiral Janeway, her former captain on the USS Voyager. But once again, this was considered too ambitious. Matlas said, and I quote, "We had talked about Janeway, obviously, because her name got dropped a bunch of times, but mostly just because she's the admiral everybody knew. We would have felt like if we had put Janeway in the finale, specifically in the last scene where Seven is promoted, that was the original idea. She gets a promotion from Janeway. It might have overwhelmed the scene and made it about Janeway and less about Seven of Nine. And we couldn't afford Kate Mulgrew, even if we wanted to. So it all worked out the way it was supposed to." So there you have it. Those are all the Voyager cameos that almost appeared in Picard Season 3. I personally think they should have used every single one of them, and not using them was such a huge mistake. Now, taking these words at face value, it almost sounds like there isn't a whole lot of communication going on between the producers for Prodigy and then the producers on Picard, which seems kind of strange to me because, honestly, you shouldn't have the right hand doing something while the left hand is doing something as well. It kind of sounds like it'd be a good way to make mistakes, have overlapping contradictions. So either the way things are done with the Star Trek franchise are incredibly disorganized, or I think there's a small chance that maybe Matlas did go to the producers of Prodigy and discovered there were certain characters he probably shouldn't use because of things that are coming in the upcoming season of Prodigy. But that's just my personal opinion and guess based on the information we have at this time. I will say, as a fan who's been writing and hoping to see the Voyager crew reappear one day, it's really clear to me that Terry Matlas definitely has a great take on how to bring those characters back. But now I want to hear what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. This has been Captain G of Coffee Black, and this has been your refill of everything Star Trek Voyager. Thanks for watching. Take care. Live long and prosper.